Hey Collective and Soul Tribe, today is Monday, January 12th. I hope you guys are having a really good day so far today. I will be pulling some Journey Oracle messages for you guys to see what extra messages you guys might need to know. I did do a video earlier this morning talking about angel number 1010. That number could be very significant for some of you guys, but when it comes to your journey, where you guys could be on your journey at this time, I felt like maybe I could pull some extra messages and make the video a little bit more longer. Excuse me, not as long as, like 30 minutes, but kind of like an extended version of maybe the first video. If certain messages do come out again, that could be confirmation. But I just wanted to see what the energy was like on your guys' journey, what you guys might need to know, if maybe anything extra might come out in the messages. So let's dive into that, guys, and see, what you guys might need to know right now, okay? So, Spirit, what messages do you have for the collective for January 12th? What do they need to know for January 12th, please? What messages can you give the collective at this time? When it comes to January 12th, what can you give the collective at this time? What information do they need to know whenever they see this video? And what clarity can you give them at this time whenever they see this video, please? Please protect and guide the collective whenever they see this video. And please give them the understanding that they need at this time, Spirit. So what messages do you have for the collective at this time, Spirit? And also, I will do charms for this video because I think in my last video it was so long that I didn't get a chance to do charms, okay? So we have here the first card, okay? We have the journey. So when it comes to your guys' journey, some of you guys could be opening up the doors to new opportunities. Again, this could be like you guys starting something new. So this could be stepping into your own independence, new opportunities, leadership could be very significant. But when it comes to you guys stepping into your individuality, confidence is very significant. You guys are trailblazing a new start, okay? You guys are taking initiative. You guys are self-motivating yourself, which is amazing, okay? The more that you guys do that, the better for yourself. It sounds really cliche and mundane and annoying, and I get it. Not everybody likes readings like this where everything is all happy-go-lucky, but the whole point of being able to have personal growth within yourself is being able to see the beauty in life no matter what you're going through, okay? The reason why I'm saying this too is a lot of times people don't realize that your situation may not be, and don't get me wrong, everybody's goes through certain things, and to you that might be a very serious situation, but sometimes it's nice to look at other people's situations as well and have perspective, okay? It's not to say what your situation is not rough. It's not to say what you're going through is not the same, but sometimes it's good to open up our eyes and look through things at a different, view, a different point of view when it comes to like how we view the world, okay? And another good example is someone who is homeless, okay? You could have a roof over your head. You may be in a situation where you want to move, you don't like where you are, and that's totally understandable, okay? But you could be looking at your situation where you want better for yourself based on your circumstances, but you may have someone who's homeless on the street who has no roof over their head, no food, no money, no assistance, no family, no nothing. And they could look at your situation and say, well, why are you complaining? I would love to have a roof over my head. You guys see how, perspective, how things can look, right? So being very understanding, being very, compassionate when it comes to people, places, and things could be very significant. I understand that we live in a world where everyone is selfish, but sometimes being your authentic self and having compassion and understanding, it gets you far in life, okay? Even if it doesn't feel like that, the universe is always watching, okay? Even when you feel like you're not being treated a certain way properly, karma works in very mysterious ways. Even if it doesn't look like someone is getting karma at that time, karma works in funny ways, okay, guys? It can be about energy. It can be about health. It could be about, technology. Karma works wherever it works, okay? And it's not to say that, you're doing things purposely where people are going to get their karma. Usually when it comes to the collective and soul tribe, and it's not to assume, but usually when it comes to us, we're minding our business. We're not doing anything to anybody. If anything, we're trying to help people. And you could have people in your energy who have mistreated you. Okay, so being on your journey, learning more about who you are, what you like, what you don't like, stepping out into that confidence and independence, out into the world is very significant for some of you guys. Yeah, and having integrity also is very significant. For some of you guys, when it comes to your journey, you show up as someone who has a lot of integrity for yourself, okay? When it comes to your emotions as well, some of you guys could be navigating your emotions, having integrity when it comes to your emotions, not dealing with people who they maybe make you feel like your emotions are a burden or a problem, or, they make you feel like showing emotions is a problem. And being able to be comfortable in this type of community is something that I've always wanted, for everybody, because again, everybody can re-tear it, everybody can, show up for everybody, but it's also the energy as well and how you show up for yourself. So I can't show up for you guys if I don't show up for myself either. It works both ways. Okay, so when it comes to your emotions, how you show up for your emotions, are you somebody who can you tap into your emotions? Are you very deep, right? And if you are someone who's very deep, how do you align with other people? Okay, does it feel good when you align with other people, or do people make you feel lesser than when you try to align with them? Okay, and another question for some of you guys to kind of think about as well is, when you align with other people when it comes to your emotions, right? Are you learning to conceal those emotions because of those people, and why? Because how I look at it, yes, we should be in control of our emotions. Yes, we shouldn't crash out. Yes, we shouldn't be, very belligerent, basically, from what I'm trying to say. But when it comes to the collective and soul tribe, being around people who understand your gifts and your talents and your skills, it's a plus. Okay, it's a plus. So some of you guys, when it comes to your emotions, you guys are finally stepping into environments where people feel like home. You're allowed to share your emotions. You're allowed to be your authentic self. You're allowed to, be real and not feel like people are judging you for who you are. Yeah, Spirit is saying to keep going. Okay, keep being your authentic self. Keep sharing your emotions. Keep being who you are. Okay, because who you are, it's helping to change the world. Okay, like with the world showing up here and, this trail. Okay, traveling is very significant when it comes to helping other people. Like I said, some of you guys are humanitarians. You guys are light workers. Okay, you guys are here to, help the collective, right? Seasons are very significant as well. So for some of you guys, when it comes to like your seasons, maybe you guys are going through a seasons of change. You guys are being prepared as well for this season of change. Okay, Spirit is saying to keep going. Okay, even if it may not look like it or it may not feel like it, you guys are changing in this energy. Okay, money wanted to show up as well. So yeah, when it comes to seasons of changing, maybe you guys are stepping into new stability. Okay, maybe you guys are working on stability, or there is something about receiving money or abundance, right? You guys are building something like a foundation right now at this time. Yeah, abundance. Okay, like I said, when it comes to your money, your abundance, you guys are building something new. You guys are growing something new. Okay, so Spirit, what else do you have for the collective at this time and this energy for January 12th? What do they need to know while they're on their journey? Yeah, some of you guys are taking that leap of faith. Okay, so yeah, when it comes to taking that leap of faith and what it is that you desire or what it is that you want, that is very significant. Trusting yourself in taking that leap of faith. So there is something about trust that's very significant, okay, when it comes to this energy. Yeah, inspiration. So yeah, you guys could have received some type of inspiration when it comes to taking a leap of faith. This could be about a new job, a new career. Again, you guys starting a new business, you guys, starting a new independence, you moving out. Whatever it is, when it comes to opening up a new door and stepping into your integrity, there is something about this energy where you guys are getting inspiration or, being inspired at this time. Okay, so some of you take what resonates with that. Okay, we have the progress or process. So there is something about process and your progress right now where you guys are, maybe journaling or writing down your goals and dreams. But whatever it is, you guys are writing your own story. Okay, even when it comes to writing your own story, starting your own chapter, okay, a new chapter in your life is very significant. You guys are in that process, okay, of building something new. Okay, yeah, you guys are awakening at this time. Okay, you guys have either awakened or you guys have gone through an awakening, and you guys are getting a lot of synchronicities. I'm going to get one more card before I end this message. Spirit, what else do you have for the collective at this time? Thank you. Yep, and we have change. At the bottom of the deck, we have release. So there is something about you guys releasing and letting go, like I said, what no longer serves you. This is the message that will be coming up a lot in all of my readings, because again, my whole channel talks about personal growth. Okay, so even if it's something so minor, if you guys went through a releasing, it's going to show up in the message for some of you. Okay, even if you never went through a release, that could have been past energy, like maybe yesterday or a couple days ago, or it's coming up in that energy. We have a new moon coming up. I believe it's January 18th, and I did say that I was going to do a blog post for you guys to see you know, what I can give you guys when it comes to how to prepare and what to expect when it comes to the new moon in Capricorn. Okay, so again, for some of you guys, that energy could be very significant. The reason why I am focusing more on moon signs instead of retrogrades and things like that is because I'm a Cancer, and Cancers are connected to the moon. We are luminaries, and so it only makes sense. Okay, so yeah, I will be doing a post for January 18th when it comes to the new moon, what you guys can expect and what you guys might need to know. But there is changes, okay, especially with this card here. It looks like the Wheel of Fortune as well, but also it looks like the moon cycle as well too. So there is something about changes within the moon cycle. Some of you guys could be connected to the moon, or you guys could feel this shift within the moon cycle that's happening as well. Okay, but yeah, all right. And again, Aquarius season is coming up as well too. So even if I don't do a blog post about that, I might do a reading on what you guys might need to know for Aquarius season and all that good stuff. But yeah, I'm going to leave it here, guys. But just an FYI, I may not be doing as many videos this week because I'm trying to work on something for you guys, okay? Something new, okay? Again, like I said, I'm building my brand, I'm building my business. So I like to go in hermit mode sometimes. And like I said, I like to make my notes. I like to research. I like to do my homework and make sure I get all my information and things like that before I come to you guys. Because again, if I am teaching you information, I would like to make sure that all my information is accurate and that I'm not pulling out information out my wazoo. Okay. So, again, when it comes to my channel, I have no problem in being open and honest with you guys. I love to make notes. I love to make notes. I like to read from my notes. I like to, you know, do certain things to help make the learning experience for you guys a little bit easier and better. Just because the way that my brain operates, it's like if I learn this way, I can only imagine how different people learn in their own, you know, different ways, right? So again, I don't like to judge. I like to make sure everybody is comfortable in whatever it is what we're learning, especially when it comes to online, right? Because again, I do post things that are free, right? But like I said, when it comes to like, you know, personal readings and having one-on-ones and sitting down and things like that, that is totally different. You know, that obviously will look different for you guys when you book a reading and stuff. But when it comes to, you know, teaching you guys and showing you guys certain information and things like that, yeah, I'm definitely going to have my notes. I'm definitely going to be reading from a teleprompter if I have to, if I, you know, do my research and my homework. Because again, like I said, I don't get everything offline. I actually have books, like the old school way. I have books that I read and get information from, and then I go online and kind of confirm if there's anything missing from those books, you know, any new age information that I can add on to it as well. Okay, but yeah, take what resonates with you guys. I am going to pull some charms before I do end it as well. So let me see if I can pull some charms and see what you guys might need to know. because I didn't get to do it in my last video. So let's see. Okay. Yeah. So love wanted to show up. Okay. When it comes to heart chakra energy, we have here constellations. Okay. So when it comes to astrology, you know, tarot, you know, divination, anything to do with magic and spirituality and stuff like that, you guys could be tapping more into that or learning about that. And yeah, this could be like a newfound love for some of you guys, where you guys could be tapping into, you know, your skills and talents that you guys love to do. And that could be bringing in a lot of abundance and money for you without realizing, okay? Clouds could be very significant as well when it comes to dreams. Again, seeing past illusions, you know, especially with the clouds in this message here. There's something about change, okay? Taking that leap of faith is significant. You know, seeing through things and being able to move forward. You know, head in the clouds may resonate for some of you guys, where, you know, maybe you may have your head in the clouds because, again, you guys are dreaming and, you know, you guys are wanting more, you know, for your life. And nothing is wrong with that, guys. Like, it doesn't matter where you are in life. Even if you have, you know, certain things already and you guys are grateful for that, nothing is wrong with wanting more, okay? You guys are ambitious and nothing is wrong with being ambitious. You know, don't let anybody make you feel that you're not allowed to, you know, want more for yourself, okay? You're allowed to. You have the freedom to want more for yourself, okay? Nothing is wrong with that. Some people like to stay stagnant and they like where they are and they're comfortable where they are, and that's no problem, okay? But for some of you guys are very ambitious. You guys are trailblazers, and, you know, I want you guys to grow in that energy when it comes to, you know, when you decide when you like something, that it's okay to have multiple hobbies, right? But also focusing on what makes you feel good is also important as well, okay, guys? So I'm going to end it here. Please take what resonates with you. Thank you for watching to the end, and I'll see you guys next time. Love you guys. Have a good one. Bye.